Well, I came to know medical school library back in 2010 or 11. I don't remember exact year, but anyway, I came here to. I was invited to give a one-day development workshop to the librarians in Northeast region. The topic was about eScience librarianship. And so a few years later, I came again to attend the symposium, and I found the symposium was very interesting and inspiring, and gave me opportunities to talk to professional librarians from a variety, discipline areas, and that's very helpful to my teaching and connections to the field. So this is how I end up here, the third time. I had the opportunity to talk to librarians, understanding what they are doing currently. And because this topic is about eScience librarianship, I had a grant from IMLS, which is exactly the same title, eScience librarianship, curriculum development. So from what I learned from this symposium, and I can bring it back to my classroom, which has been very, very valuable. Ever since that I've been here, and I think I've been doing the work related to eScience librarianship, and this symposium title fits exactly my research and the teaching area, and fits into exactly what I have been and am doing right now. So when I received the invitation, I said, talk about the data science education, and this is what I have been trying to do and have been doing in the last, I could say, about decade now. So I can bring my experience and my reflection to the meeting, and then at the same time get feedback from the field. That's exactly the attraction to me. In Syracuse, we have had a number of projects related to data science, starting back in 2006. So it's about a decade. And that was a grant from an NSF teaching students data literacy, science data literacy. And then we also have grants for cyber infrastructure facilitator and eScience librarianship grant. So as a result, we developed a curriculum that teach students about data curation, data management, as well as data analytics. And so I have been going out to work with scientists in science fields, earth science, gravitational wave research field, and other fields. So all this, intertwined, and then we have very rich offering at Syracuse. So I want to share our experience with the audience, and at the same time get validation sort of from practicing librarians. One thing that I feel really strongly about was the keynote speaker from I think 2 years before, and that I forgot the name already, but I was really inspired by the keynote, and I got a lot of research ideas, and I think, and also at the same time, I feel what I've been doing sort of validated. That was why I said earlier I came here to share my experience in teaching and research, and at the same time I want to get validation about whether what I'm doing is correct or is on the right direction, and that sort of thing. So I think getting an inspiring keynote speaker was very, very valuable. And I feel I didn't, waste my time driving 4 hours and come all the way here. That's one thing. And the other one is the poster presentation. And I had the opportunity to stop at different posters and, asking questions about what they are doing. And sometimes I can share my research, insights and what findings with the person who's standing by the poster. And that kind of exchange was really helpful. And I feel I accomplished my goal, and at the same time, I might have provided some useful information to the person I was talking to. So that was very, satisfying result. I work with faculty members and helping them with data management and work with librarians and talk about data curation practices. And because of my research and the teaching areas, and I think this eScience Symposium is exactly the venue that fits right into my areas. And that said, I think another purpose for me to come here is that I can make a contribution from what, based on what I have been doing, my findings, my, lessons learned, I can share. I'm not afraid of, telling people about my, mistakes I made along the way, or some things I thought that was, but later I found, I was wrong. And I think, the good and the successful stories and the failed experiences and all that can be very helpful, if I share it with the profession. So I think it's both ways. It's not just I'm receiving, but I'm not contributing. So by coming here, I think the fact that I'm here, I can make a contribution. So in general, for a professional librarian in the field and who's interested in doing something new, exploring eScience library services, and I think this is the right venue to come to, because one, you can learn valuable experiences, lessons learned, and also new trends, and get information, rich information, and take it back to your job, and so you can perform better. You can stay ahead of the curve. That's one. And the other benefit is that because you do your work, and you must have some successful stories, or even failed projects, and if you bring those, come to the conference and share with everybody, then you are making a contribution to the profession. And so the value is both ways, not just come here passively receiving, but at the conference you can also have an opportunity to make a contribution and make an impact too. A couple of years ago, I was here for the eScience Symposium, and the keynote speaker, I remember, came from UNC, and that speaker's team just received a large NSF grant on managing long tail data, and because at my school, a team was going to put in a proposal for that call. So when I heard their successful story about that proposal, I was truly inspired. And I know why they succeeded in getting that grant, because their ideas was really great. The person presented was what they proposed to do, or they already did. And at the same time, I think back what we were trying to do. There were certainly gaps that we didn't fill at the time.